What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and I know a lot of you guys been hearing all these updates about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's doing this, Kevin Durant's doing that. I told you what Kevin Durant injury was. He's a grade 2, which means there's a tear in that calf. So actually being able to return back to activity because the calf is not 100% healed, and they's like, well, that's kind of a 4 to 6 week injury. Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks to heal. Now you're looking at, okay, now that it's 4 to 6 weeks, but it's like return back to a sport of basketball. Fortunately for him, it's not his takeoff leg. This was his left leg. Kevin Durant's done. But it's still his right leg, and he still got to be able to plant and move. And right now, him bouncing off that leg, and he still feels it, and he's going to feel it. Like after the first game he plays back, he's going to have to ice down tremendously because he's going to feel it in the morning, having that kind of injury because it burns. That's the thing about that injury. When you start working it, it burns. So you know it's there. Now, the Golden State Warriors has more problems than just Kevin Durant. They got other players that are injured and banged up. Now, we know Klay Thompson went down, right? Hamstring injury. Now, here's the thing about the hamstring and how it tightening up on him. It can loosen in a couple of days, but you're never the same. Okay? You're never the same. No matter what they tell you, you are never the same. When you come back, you're not going to be able to run up and down the court the way you used to. It's going to be tight. Your leg, it's like you're going to be dragging your legs on some of the plays. So actually sitting out a play might actually, sitting out a game might actually work a lot better for him having more days with the hamstring. But the thing is, Klay's going to play. They have no choice right now. You can't really sit him. Looney, he's out probably for the rest of the finals. So you've lost Looney. He's got a slight tear in his left shoulder when Kawhi Leonard just took his legs out from under him. So Looney's gone. Steph Curry with a mystery food injury, in which he had stomach flu symptoms. Good thing they got him out of Toronto. Now you're looking at a situation which the training staff has to work like wonders right now just to get the team, under wraps, just to keep a healthy 5, 6 guys on the floor. Well, you got a lot of situations going on with the team. You have Chelsea Lane. I remember she was with the team before. She was the personal trainer for the Golden State Warriors and making sure that the guys stayed durable and helped Steph Curry during his injury. So losing her was very key. because she was like on it. You know, like if there's an injury, she's on it. She was very personable. And that's how a trainer should be. She was almost like a personal trainer. She wants to follow up, make sure guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing out there. So I don't know, when you have different trainers come in and work you out and everything, it's a little difficult. But this staff right here that they have, this training staff, has definitely been one of the best, and definitely has been put to task. They're not just getting a free check. Anybody who believes that, they're out their mind. You got Iguodala and his hamstring injury that he's playing with. Now you got Clay with his hamstring injury he's playing with. You got the only healthy person out there right now is Draymond. Kevin Durant, we don't know what's going on with him. Looney's out. Boogie's just playing himself back into shape. He can give you about 28 minutes or maybe 20 some odd minutes. Now he has no backup with Looney coming in. So now he's got more time and more things on the display. Sorry, I had to silence the phone. There were more things on display, talent-wise, that we felt that was just lost with the situation and scenarios. You know, it is what it is when it comes to the like seeing a game where everybody's healthy, you know, and seeing who would have came out on top. But do I feel Durant will return in some portion in this series? Yes, I do believe that. Kevin Durant is actually practicing late at night. He practiced late last night. Tonight they're gonna have him come back and practice again and get some reps running. You know, so tonight he'll have a private session where he comes out and they'll hit the gym and have him do some running and see how he, you know, deals with movement up and down the court and see if he can beat Kevin Durant. Because they're going to need him to play 35 minutes a game, if not 40. You know, that's how it's going to have to go. More pressure is put on Steph now. Steph's got to be that guy. He has to be that guy. Steve Kerr cannot reiterate this any other way. Steph Curry has to be that guy. These are the moments where you got to be the best, the very best in the world. Because Steve Kerr needs that. They want to leave Oakland. They want to leave Oakland with no doubts. Like they left it all on the line. This is it. Because a lot of people are very hurt that the Golden State Warriors are leaving the Oracle. You know, they built a lot into that. Like there's Warrior fans that's been there forever. Never dreamed that this would ever happen, and to have all this success, and right at the end of it, the team leaves. Even though they're going like about 45-minute drive, it still feels like it's abandoning Oakland. And going over to a town that seemed to care more about football than basketball. So, you know, it is what it is. But at the same time, you want to always make sure those who do, and those who don't. You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be a tough battle, tough struggle. But I expect Kevin Durant to probably play in game 4 of this series. I thought he would probably come back in game 3 or maybe game 4. But I told you the extent of his injury. I told you exactly what it was. It's a grade 2. Dave never came out and told you that, but I know exactly what it was from the jump. When that x-ray came back and it showed it, and they knew it from the jump. And I told you, I'm like, he might be out the rest of the finals, depending on how the finals play out. He might just miss it. Now, if they win game 3, they might even, delay it, bringing back Kevin Durant for game 4 if they win game 3. Well, the Warriors are favored by 5. Even with all the injuries, they're favored by 5. So that's telling you something. The game's going to be close. I don't know if Golden State covers the spread. That's the close thing about it. But I think Toronto will probably get game 4, 3, or 4. For them, they need to take game 3. They need to have that in the bag, knowing that we're going back home, not trying to scave off elimination. You don't want that. You don't want to have to go back home to win to survive. If you can, you want to go back home to close it out. So you got to go out aggressive in game 3. That's your game 7. Somebody told me winning game 7, he's like, in the NBA finals, you're basically playing 4 game 7s. You got to win 4 game 7s in order to win an NBA finals. And he was like, and that's it. He's like, ask the Golden State Warriors when they was up 3-1, what happened? Every other game was a game 7. He was like, every field was a game 7. They had 3 chances to close it out and they couldn't. Each game was a game 7 because the other team played because that was it. Game 1 is a game 7. You don't want to go down 0-1. They want to take the lead. It's guys are swinging. Then the next game, game 2, that's a game 7. So he's like, you got to win 4 game 7s in order to win an NBA Finals. And I'm like, you're right. Looking at it that way, you're absolutely correct. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the situation. And don't forget to donate to the Cash App or click the link in the description box and hit up the Stream Lab. Your boy Carcino saying thank you guys. I'm out.